Hi, and welcome to day number 9 of the 12 days of Christmas. And today is all about the opposite to giving, but receiving. So yesterday we done giving, today we do receive. Giving, fairly easy. Most people love doing it. Most people have no issues doing it. However, receiving is another thing entirely. Most people have difficulty in receiving. And I remember a time way back where I found receiving embarrassing. I found I wanted to reject everything that was coming my way, because deep down I didn't really want to experience that and didn't feel I was justified and experienced it, or I'm looking for the right word, and it's to do with not feeling good enough to receive it. Right, the word will come, and it's that feeling down about self that stops us from receiving. So it's fine to give, but not necessarily to receive. So it takes quite a bit to understand what receiving does, not just for the other person, but for yourself. So, wee story, my dad was great on giving, loved giving, would be making sure everybody was great and feeling good and feeling fine. And every year I would get excited about his birthday and would put the pocket money away and would choose something we knew really liked. And then we would get to the point where we gave him on his birthday. So expectation should be it's your birthday, so you're probably going to get something from your kids. And I know that his intent was not to give us what we felt. We were all excited to give, and what does he do? But he rejects it. Oh, you shouldn't have bothered hen. I didn't need that. You shouldn't have been spending your money on me. So he had no idea the impact that was making, because he found it difficult to receive because he loved to give. And it's an inadequacy that we have. That's the word I'm looking for. It's that inadequacy of being able to understand that someone's put so much into this that you're unable to receive what great intentions they've put into it. And I used to get really disappointed as a kid, practically every year. I got myself excited about it and then became really disappointed with the response. And it was years later I realised that it was just Dad's inadequacy within himself to be able to receive. And then I thought about the times when I had done that. And it was, certainly for me, there was a time when I used to work in a pub years ago, and the customers, as they drank more and more went down, I became prettier as the night went on. And I knew that was the case. And I found it really difficult when they would start throwing the compliments around. And unfortunately, when I rejected that, I said, no, it's just you've been drinking. No. They would get louder, and they would get more responsive to me to push me back. So it was becoming an argument. And then they would involve other people. So, Harry, do you think this lassie is a good looking lassie? So of course it was getting louder and more people were coming in, and it got really embarrassing. And the more embarrassed, the more I'd push back. The more I'd push back, the person was trying to throw it on me. And then there was one night when it happened, and the guy said something, and I said, thank you. And it stopped. And I went, what is this magic? What have I just done? after experiencing me pushing against, I then realised that just by saying thank you stopped everything, because they felt acknowledged. And often what we don't realise is when people put so much in and we don't accept. And funny enough, it happened again yesterday. I was at, there's a business club I attend, and we were at that, and I co-convene a meeting there. And we get people together, and the whole point is to be authentic and to really tell it as it is. One of the things we were doing as people introduced, we wanted them to add how good their year, something within that year, the achievement they'd made, either in business or personal. And we were going round, and it was fantastic, and the stories we heard were amazing. We loved it. And then at the end, one of our members who comes often thanked myself and the other co-convener. And as they were saying, I could feel the wanting to push back. No, look, it's something that we do. It's, you know, it's easy for us. We love it. All of the stuff wanted to come out. And I had to be aware and stop myself and get in the receiving mode, which is, this person felt and I do this often with others. You know, the giving is easy, but this person wanted to express how they felt. Allow it to come in. And I know that I physically stopped myself from saying anything, listened intently and presently, and then at the end of it said, thank you so much. And I do the praying hands as a thank you. Thank you so much. That was so appreciated. And sometimes we use humour as well. And there was a bit of our humour, myself and the co-convener used, about trying to dull it down. And at first I wasn't aware, and she said something and I came in to say something else, and we laughed at it. But then I had to restrain myself again and go, whoa, wait a minute. This is somebody still saying. So sometimes it can be really hard, but if you catch yourself about to go there with anything, just tell that brain of yours, stop. Just stop and allow. Be in the moment, hear what they're actually saying, because they have something that they want to share. They've got a gift they want to give you. They have spent their time thinking about what they want to do, what they want to say, what they want to give. Allow them their time. And then it happened on several occasions that same day. And it ended with me seeing a card that one of them had written in some beautiful words. And I had had this several times, and it was really funny because I was doing the giving. And here I was, still struggling at this point in time with receiving. But I've got better over the years, and I'm more aware now that after that first initial, and there was a couple of other people came up, it got easier again for me to go, thank you so much. That's really good to know. That's how you feel. It's really good to know you enjoy that. And that's what we're here to help and do. So I would say we have to first of all stop that inner critic, stop that little voice inside our head, stop that ego from wanting to push back, and actually just stop, zip up, and use these two to listen. Hear what the other person's got to say. Really listen and hear what they have to say. And then after that, all we have to say is thank you so much. The more we do that, the more it comes from our heart. And I was able from my heart to say, because I'd stopped, because I'd pushed back on the pushback, I was able to say thank you so much and mean it, have the intent of meaning. This year, when you're receiving, whether it is what somebody's saying to you, whether it's what somebody's giving as a present to you, as they're doing it, just stop and think, why they're doing this, and their need for me to feel good about it. And then the giving is in the giving back to them. And I said yesterday, but when we give, we receive. But when we also receive, we give. And that is the part we often miss out. So great being a giver, but receive so the other person can give full-heartedly. That's receiving. So, day 9, receiving, can feel difficult at times, but in actual fact becomes easier with practice. And sometimes we'll catch ourselves out. But as long as we're becoming aware, if we're aware, we can do something about it. If we're not aware, we can't. We just keep repeating the old patterns. So, day 9, receiving. Tomorrow, day 10, will come with something else. We've then only got 3 days, day 10, 11 and 12 to go. I'll look forward to you being with me. Please, I'd love you to comment. I'd love you to let me know how your days have been going, what you've been doing, how good it's been to go through this. Just give me some feedback. I'd love to hear from you and how you've got on with the 12 days of Christmas and how that's going to help you through this Christmas season. So, as always, for me, for now, stay true, stay you, and keep bringing out your brilliance. Bye for now.